Cobblemon is back, and this time I'm taking on my first legendary challenge. The goal of this video is to find and explore monuments home to the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh and Lugia. But before I try to catch them, I not only need to build a strong team, but also summon the legendary birds and legendary beasts to battle alongside me. Can we catch all 8 legendaries and Celebi in just 100 days? Well, we better get started. You guys know that as a trainer, one of the toughest choices you'll face is picking your starter, and for me, that choice was Bulbasaur. I know it might not be everyone's top choice, but it was absolutely needed for this challenge. The special thing about it is that it's the only grass type that can learn Sleep Powder, which makes catching Pokemon so much easier. And trust me, we're gonna need that when we're up against those legendaries. What's gonna be the first kill of the game? Is it gonna be Electrike? Level 8. I guess that's something we can take on, cause we should resist its electric type attacks, so there should be no problemo. Goes for Spark. We use Wine Whip. We do about half, yeah. Finish it off with Tackle, and there we go. We should get a bit of experience and maybe level up. I guess not. You're kind of pathetic, Bulbasaur, but you know, we move on. We got a train over here. What kind of Pokemon are you gonna have? I guess Geodude, so rock types or fighting types, but this should be an easy kill for us. It's 4 times weak to grass. Get out of my sight, boy. Do you have any more Pokemon? Onyx, dude. This guy is pretty much Brock in disguise. Wine Whip finishes it off and it goes down tumbling, okay. And yeah, that's the first trainer down. Bulbasaur ended up leveling up to 12 and learned Razor Leaf, which is huge. So I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask me for my mod pack, so here is everything that I have on the screen that's important. We got some trainers, we got Mega Showdown for Mega Evolution, we got the legendary monuments, Pokemon icons on the minimap, a data pack that adds about 200 new Pokemon into the game, and of course riding your Pokemon, as well as Pokemon fighting against you outside of battle. Somehow we found an Audino, which is such a rare Pokemon because it's kind of like Chansey in the fact that it gives so much experience. Let's go for Lead Seed because this thing is level 26, so it might just kill me, but it might also not have any moves like Chansey. Never mind, it has Zen Headbutt. Why does this thing get Zen Headbutt? Well, okay, Bulbasaur's dead, and that's about that. Let's grab some Oran Berries on the way there, you know, Bulbasaur's dying so many times, we might as well need it. Some black apricorns, yes, we can make some Pokeballs if we have a 4th one, which we do now. Are you kidding me? A bit later, Bulbasaur had recovered some health, so I thought I'd challenge something a little easier this time. Are you serious? You have Confusion? Oh my god, he just killed my sight. Oh my god. What is even the point? First thing on the agenda is crafting or like forming a good enough team. What the hell am I looking at? Is that the Burn Tower? Have I found it this quickly already? I don't know what the actual lore is, but I think this is where you resurrect Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, or that's what happens anyways. So yeah, this is probably where we're gonna have to summon them. Let's just have a quick look at what's going on in here. There's a ladder too, so there's definitely more to this. Okay, now we're cooking, because those are the pedestals for Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. So we got 3 different shrine-esque areas, if you want to call it that, but yeah, we definitely need to come here at some point later to get our hands on those. And of course I gotta mark a waypoint down here because it is such an important monument. I can't believe we got this lucky. All these fire type starters like Combuskin and Emboar started spawning around me and I thought about catching them, but at the same time they're fighting types, so they just get wrecked by all the flying type legendaries and they don't really learn any useful moves. Stomp. Oh god, that does so much damage. Please don't get flinched. Okay, we just need one more hit, but I gotta survive, man. Gotta survive. We get a little bit more health with Lead Seed. Oh, we went for Double Kick. We should live that. And Razor Leaf misses. What the hell, Bulbasaur? You suck! On every level imaginable! Since Bulbasaur spent most of its time fainted, I had to go looking around for a Pokemon Center. The first village I found didn't really have one, but I was able to find a link cable stashed away. This thing has Crunch. Seriously? That does so much damage. And it lowered my defense. I'm gonna die to a Patrat. I cannot afford to let this thing die again, man. It's been dead for like 90% of the videos, so I just gotta run. Make a backpack. Yo, Kangaskhan, level 28. Look at my dude and her child just chilling. Just absolutely chilling. And there it is. We got ourselves a Pokemon Center, which is such a blessing because I can finally heal my Pokemon and actually train it up without worrying about it dying all the time. This was a great place to set up my base because I would eventually need a villager to trade me some legendary items, and after a bit of training against some wild Pokemon, I decided to challenge Dawn in a battle, and of course, in usual fashion, she sent out Turtwig. Unfortunately, none of my moves are really good against her, so let's just go for Tackle. Oh my god, that does not do any damage at all. And she goes for Withdraw, which means its defense is increased, and this is gonna do even less damage. This sucks. She has done nothing but click Withdraw like 100 times, and this is taking so long. Guys, she used a potion. That battle was not what I was expecting, but honestly, I couldn't afford to be in that situation again, so I decided to evolve Bulbasaur into Ivysaur to get the power boost that it needed. So in terms of new moves, we have Sleep Powder now, which is great, Poison Powder, and Seed Bomb, so much better. And then I proceeded to lose against both Ampharos, which you could say is kind of a tough matchup, but against Floatzel, there's no excuses. Bulbasaur, why are you like this? After that, I just planted a few Apricorn seeds and then tried getting Ivysaur to help me take down the Iron Golem. Where are you shooting? You're so bad. Okay, just do... Did the Iron Golem forget about me, you know? Ivysaur, maybe you are useful for something. Maybe you just might be useful. So the villager that helps us with the legendaries is called the Entrepreneur, and to give him the job, we need to place down a suitcase. And for that we need black walls, so I headed off to find an ocean biome since Pokemon like Tentacles, Seadra, and Octillery can drop ink sacs for making black dye. Drop an ink sac, for whatever reason. Yes, let's go! Once I was done with that, I headed back home and found a white striped Basculin in my boat, which is just so weird to me because I don't even know what the logic is, but why does the white one only evolve and not the red and blue one? Like, these Pokemon are so irrelevant, nobody even cares. I mean, Basculegion is pretty cool though. I then defeated a few Wooloo and Mareep for wool, planted some sugarcane for later, and crafted the suitcase. We just throw one down here. Hopefully, anybody jobless? First come, first serve, baby. Are you guys making out in the corner? Yes, we got ourselves the new villager. So having finally unlocked the Entrepreneur, we can trade with him multiple times until he levels up and starts selling even more goods, which will be the maps to those legendary structures. But for that, we're also going to need relic coins and emeralds, which will be pretty hard to get. Persian ended up dropping a Quick Claw, which once in a while makes me move first in battle, so I gave it to Ivysaur, but still hoping to get a better item later. Engineer Bernie. Magneton, well, I'm dead. Still fast asleep, it woke up, it used Metal Sound, which lowers my special defense. Oh, it has Mirror Shot. Yeah, that does so much damage, dude. Okay, Sleep Powder comes off, and of course we miss, and now this guy's gonna kill me. After Ivysaur lost yet another battle, it came to me. We just gotta catch some more Pokemon, man. As I looked through the forest, I stumbled upon some Gimmighoul ruins, where I grabbed a bunch of relic coins from defeating Gimmighoul and dug up some cool items from the gravel like a twisted spoon and a couple of gems. Hey, we found a Pansear. One thing that I don't quite get is why they made a bunch of monkeys the same types as the starters. And they're pretty pathetic evolutions. Imagine they get Megas, man. I don't think anybody would want that. What would even be the concept though? Like, maybe Simisear becomes like a chef, Simipour holds like an umbrella or something, and then obviously Simisage is like a rock star anyways, so he just gets like an electric guitar. Yo, Game Freak, I'm giving you ideas on the spot, just write them down. One way for me to get emeralds is by planting a bunch of medicinal leeks to trade with a nurse. After doing that, I crafted a few Pokeballs before heading into a cave. I was on the lookout for a Pokemon called Noibat, which evolves into Noivern. Not only is it a cool dragon type, but it would also let me fly around the sky. Unfortunately, I didn't have much luck finding it. But while I was in the cave, I was mining a ton of coal, as we'll be needing it for our first legendary Pokemon. In order to catch Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, we need to craft a bunch of urns, which require a bunch of coal blocks, obsidian, netherite scrap, and a fire thunder or ice stone. So slowly but surely, we'll get all the items we need to summon the legendary birds. Ooh, we found a Badlands and a desert. Okay, let's go. We found like 3 different biomes. On the way there, we found another Gimmighoul ruin, so quickly collected a bunch of relic coins, and this was actually a good moment to catch my first Pokemon, because I did eye up something that was pretty good. And I don't mean the freaking Tinkatink, okay? Well, yeah, that is actually what I mean. Never mind, okay. It's back to sleeping. We have a Rosehead Ball, which fits it pretty perfectly, so let's just go over that. What moves do you learn? Baby Doll Eyes, Metal Claw, sure, Metal Claw, Brutal Swing, Sweet Kiss, Rock Smash. I was thinking about Pokemon that I can catch in this area, and Scyther came to mind because it's a good Pokemon that can learn False Swipe, evolves into Scizor, so that's pretty cool. Another one was Trapinch in the desert, but it's a pretty rare spawn, so I don't think I'm gonna have much luck finding it. And at the end of the day, all that thinking resulted to nothing because I just ended up evolving Ivysaur into Venusaur. Since we're not having much luck with Trapinch, I could just catch Sandile, you know, it's one of my favorites from Gen 5. Actually, I don't really like it sitting in the sand, because when you look at the anime or any game in general, you always see Krokorok and like Krookodile standing up with like that menacing like gangster vibe, and you know, just sleeping in the ground ain't it, bro, it just ain't it. So now I have 3 Pokemon with 6 different types, including like Fairy, Steel, Dark, pretty uncommon typings, so I think we're in a good position. There was a relic tower in the area, so we were able to get some coins, but on top of that, also got rare candies from the chest, which is so good because I can just level up Sandile and it learned the move Crunch, which is so much better than Bite. After defeating a Granbull, I thought it was time to evolve Tinkatink into Tinkatuff, and it was holding its own in battles, taking down Mr. Mime, Machoke, and Sneasel to score us another win. That's what you get, son! And to finish off the day, I traded medicinal leeks and wheat with the villagers for more emeralds, harvested some apricorns, and then headed back into the cave to keep searching for Noibat. Dugtrio is a dead Reno, and I dropped a soft sand, I think that's what it is, and a potato. Never really understood that, like why do Diglett drop potatoes? I waited for quite a while, but still had no luck finding Noibat, so I left the cave and started looking for a Pokemon that could learn the move False Swipe. It's an attack that leaves the opponent at 1 HP, which is going to be super useful for catching those legendaries. Funny enough, I ran into a Bisharp that could learn it, but only through TMs, which aren't in the game yet, so I had to pass up on that. Ooh, we found Ralts. Fortunately enough, Ralts is also a Pokemon that can learn False Swipe, which might confuse some of you, but that is as a Gallade. So we gotta get a Dawnstone to evolve this thing, but first, let's try capturing it. Ooh, it has the ability Trace, that's why I got intimidated. And it is a male, because I think to get Gallade, you actually have to have a male Ralts, so this is perfect. Ralts is a pretty weak Pokemon, so I thought about making an XP share. For that, I'm gonna need Lapis and Amethyst, which luckily, I'd already borrowed a bunch of Amethyst from the Burn Tower back on day 2, so all I needed was the Lapis. Before heading out to find a nice cave to mine inside, I quickly evolved Sandile into Krokorok, and on the way there, I came across a Pidgeotto. I know it's not the most exciting flying type, but it only needed 3 more levels to evolve into Pidgeot, which would let me fly around, and god, that would save me so much time. Timid nature, that's not great because it lowers my attack stat, right? Within a day, I had all the gemstones I needed for the experience share and even crafted up some new diamond tools, which unlocked obsidian, which I can now use to make the enchantment table, the nether portal, and of course, the urn of embers. Let's switch into Pidgeotto. Can Pidgeotto even knock out a Breloom? I don't think so. Force Palm, that's gonna do so much damage. Don't paralyze me, you didn't. Fiend goes first. Fiend killed me! Pidgeotto, you're so useless. Even though things ended pretty badly for Pidgeotto, Ralts earned enough experience to evolve. So now we've got ourselves a Curlia who's still kind of figuring out what they want to be in a couple of years' time. I then decided to go into the nether to rack up as much experience as I could to enchant my gear. Not that I really needed it, but it would just be nice to have. It also turned out to be a great place to train up Krokorok with all the fire types around, but most importantly, I found a Firestone, which meant the only thing left I needed to craft the Urn of Embers was some netherite scrap. So after mining for about 2 days at the bottom of the nether, I found 2 pieces of ancient debris, so we can now craft a legendary item to summon Moltres. And yes, it can finally evolve. Let's go, Pidgeotto. You have sucked this entire time. Your attack stat is absolutely pitiful, just 48. Just 48, and look at the moves that I'm working with. The highest base power is 40. Are you kidding me? Evolve, you son of a gun. Evolve. Give me the XP share, you don't need that crap anymore. But most importantly, we can fly on you. And this is what we've been after this entire time. I'm not sure that this guy's gonna be on my team for long, but if it does stay, we could get Mega Pidgeot, which would be on a whole nother level. This is completely unrelated, but I just saw something really cute, a Timber sleeping on its log as back support, like, come on guys. So this is gonna be our first legendary item, the Urn of Embers, and if we craft it right now, we gotta kill 50 Pokemon of the same type to like fully charge it up, so I guess we gotta go do that. Ooh, okay, your urn absorbs energy and is now 1 out of 50. Guys, you gotta know, I love Krokorok because I generally get attached to Pokemon that do well in the anime because that was from my childhood, right? So seeing Crocodile by Ash's side, it was one of his aces, so I gotta love that Pokemon. We can even give him Moxie if we ever get the ability capsule, and somehow he died, even though I don't know how, but that's not my problem. It also learned Earthquake, which is such a better move than Dig. In preparation for summoning Moltres, I crafted a bunch of Dream Balls, which work better on sleeping Pokemon, and Timer Balls, which get more effective the longer the battle drags on. Yes, Magikarp. Never thought I'd be saying that. And it's level 18, let's go! The reason we're catching Magikarp right now is because it's obviously good against Moltres, it's gonna resist its fire type attacks, and also can intimidate going into the battle, so I think it's a good Pokemon to have. So now I needed to train up my new Magikarp with the XP share, and the easiest thing to do was beat up fire types in the Nethers since I already had to kill 50 of them anyways.
Oh wait, does beating them out of battle count? It does. Interesting. Okay. This thing is well over 48. Damn. Damn. Pidgeot almost died. Hurricane obviously missed. What was I expecting? You know, boys.
Your urn is now fully charged. Right-click to summon a legendary Pokemon. Now that we'd filled up the urn with the souls of fire types, we could finally summon Moltres. But honestly, I still had a lot of work to do because I feel like my team wasn't ready and I had no idea what level Moltres would spawn at, because if it's level 50 or higher, then there's a good chance I just have a hard time catching it and end up messing things up. Look at that hammer, guys, it's so huge. I think in the Pokedex entry it says that this thing kills Corviknight. I don't know if they do like a Hammer Bro from Mario and just chuck the hammer at the flying Corviknight, but that would be insane to think about. Since Tinkaton's attack stat wasn't the greatest, I wanted to give Gigaton Hammer an extra boost by equipping it with the Metal Coat. In order to craft it, I grabbed some clay from the river and then a honeycomb from a beehive. The item boosts Steel-type moves by 20%, so hopefully that gives it the edge that it needs. While searching through a few ruins, I was able to pick up a couple of evolution stones like the Thunderstone, which I can use to craft the urn for Zapdos. Once I got back to base, I made use of the Leaf Stone as well to craft a Miracle Seed to boost Venusaur's grass-type moves. And I also made my base complete by putting down a healing machine and a PC. Fearow actually has some pretty good animations with this mod, like, it's kinda sad to say, but I would have liked to use Fearow over my Pidgeot. The next day I took some time to decorate my base, and I started off by making a little fiery shrine for Moltres where I can summon it, and then made a stall for the entrepreneur where he can sell me all his goods. So there we go, we've gotten ourselves Gyarados now, and I mean, you guys know Gyarados. If we give the Water Gem to Gyarados, it's gonna get a 50% boost on turn 1 when using a Water type move, so I think that's pretty good. After beating a couple more trainers the next day, I went looking for Kirlia's Evolution Stone. They spawn near very high mountains, so I took off towards the stony peaks that I'd spotted on the map. Do I see anything? Not really.
Oh yes, we found a Dawnstone, let's go! Just hop down, and yes, we can now evolve Kirlia into 4 Gallades apparently. My next goal was to train up Kirlia to level 43 since it learns a new move that might just come in handy against the legendaries, and no, it's not Psychic. Kirlia is now 43, learned Heal Pulse, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, Heal Pulse as a move actually heals the opponent, and you might be thinking why would need that, but in the scenario any of these legendary birds use the move Brave Bird, they'll end up doing damage to themselves that I don't want, so this is a way to negate that. Or also if it comes to a point where I'm not able to capture them and they just run out of moves and start struggling, I can maybe do some shenanigans over there. Gallade. Why'd I need this thing exactly? Oh yeah, I needed Fall Swipe. We can also teach it Sacred Sword. It has a ton of moves actually. Like Aqua Cutter, Leaf Blade, Psycho Cut, it's just ridiculous.
At this point, I felt like I'd done everything I could to prepare for the worst, so there was no better time to summon our first legendary Pokemon. So we right click and Moltres is— wait, stop attacking me, bro. Give me a second to take this in. It is a level 40, so it's a little bit more manageable than I thought. I thought it might be 50 or 60 even. So let's switch into Crocodile because I want to get an Intimidate off, lower its attack stat. What is it going to use? Roost. Okay, it has Roost, which is quite annoying to be honest. This thing used Ancient Power. No, don't get a boost. Dude, don't get a boost. Okay, let's go for Sand Attack. Let's just lower its accuracy a little bit. It hit the Air Slash. Guys, I've thrown sand in this thing's face 6 times and it still hit. So I just gotta go for False Swipe while I can, even though it has Roost, like I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh wait, it used Incinerate, so it doesn't have Flare Blitz or Brave Bird, because I've seen all 4 moves. So we're just gonna Hypnosis and it fell asleep. I think it's best if we go for the Dream Ball, you know, maximize our chances while we can. It's not gonna be asleep forever. 2, 3. Okay then. What was the point of these balls if I was just gonna capture it in the first one? Air Slash, Roost, Incinerate, Ancient Power can't really add anything else, so this is pretty much it for our little fiery chicken wing. And by summoning Moltres, we actually got the Molten Stone, which is one of the key items required to summon Lugia. Now that I was able to fly on Moltres, I could easily put it on the team over Pidgeot, and it felt so good to not have a useless Pokemon on my team. The next legendary on my list was Zapdos, since we'd already found a Thunderstone. Venusaur and Crocodile were solid options against it, but I figured picking up a rock ground type like Golem would be even better since it resists both flying and electric type moves. I then headed over to the ocean to get some more ink sacs from Tentacool, and I don't really know how to explain the craziness of this situation to you guys, but for those of you who watched my 100 shinies video, you know what's up. There's also a relic tower here, so let's check it out, get some more relic coins. You've got to be kidding me. What a stupid joke. It's followed me straight into this video too. I caught like 7 shiny wishy-washies in that. Do I need you? No, I'm just gonna kill you. I don't care. I don't care. I am done with your nonsense. Are you kidding me, man? What are the freaking odds? The first shiny I found after that video is a shiny wishy-washy. Jesus Christ, dude. Ekans, Lechonk, Wooloo. I mean, I guess there's a Rhyhorn. That's definitely better than Geodude, which was what I was thinking. So yeah, we can try catching this. So now we got a solid rock ground type. Moltres is now level 45 and learned Heat Wave. What can we get rid of? Incinerate? Yeah, definitely that. The reason I wanted ink sacs earlier was to get more black wool to craft an expert belt, which is so good on a Pokemon like Gallade that learns so many different kinds of moves. I think we should be able to one-shot all these Tauros now, because I was kinda having an issue with them, having Intimidate and all, lowering my attack stat. But now with the expert belt and Sacred Sword, because Sacred Sword ignores stat changes. Why didn't it work? Maybe it doesn't affect my stat changes. Well, that didn't work out too well, did it? So if I want to add Rhyhorn to my team, I guess I should replace it with Gyarados, because I mean it would die to like 1 Thunderbolt. I mean, for being level 35, it actually has some decent moves. Rock Blast, Drill Run, you know? Okay, so in order to evolve Rhyhorn into Rhyperior, I need an item called a Protector. And for that, I'm gonna need a piece of copper, 3 bricks, and 2 Armadillo Scute. I think Sandshrew drops it, or Phanpy, I'm not sure. Oh my god, Gallade, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that is a second piece of Armadillo Scute, so we're done with this place. Okay. In the meantime, ooh, there's Gibble on the map. You know, he's a rare boy. So I might just catch him for the sake of catching him. And go for False Swipe. Hopefully he doesn't have like Takedown or anything. Use the Sand Tomb, okay. There we go. We've got ourselves a Gibble now, which should be good against stuff like Entei and Raikou. When I got back to base, I crafted the Protector and basically traded with the villagers until the next day where I had enough emeralds to trade with the entrepreneur. So I think trading the Gallade particles is the best investment. 2, 3. So now he should level up.
And I'm kind of out of emeralds at this point.
So after leveling him up, we unlocked some new maps like the Registeel Temple map, which we don't really need, and also the Burn Tower, which I'd already found. So to unlock even more maps, we're probably gonna have to level him up even further, and that's gonna require more emeralds, which is so annoying. We found Rhydon. That's such a goofy animation. I kind of like it. Meanwhile, my own Rhyhorn had leveled up to 40 and it still hadn't evolved, which surprised me a bit.
Twins! Oh, it's a double battle. This is something new to me. Okay. Let's go for Sacred Sword on the left Pikachu. Let's go for Power Pit Whip on the right Pikachu. They're using agility. What the hell is happening? This is quite interesting. I've never seen a double battle with trainers before. Okay, one Pikachu goes down, but I get paralyzed. Venusaur uses Power Whip, but I miss, of course.
The rest of the night, I made a few changes to my Moltres shrine, hoping to make it look a bit nicer. I also had this idea to build a sort of death trap for wild Pokemon, so I went out collecting as many molten blocks as I could from the nether and placed them around my base. The plan was that Pokemon would walk onto them, faint, and I could just collect all the food and items they dropped without me doing anything myself, right? But yeah, it didn't really work. The Pokemon were apparently too smart to walk on the blocks, and even when I tried using a water trap to push them onto it, that failed too, so I pretty much wasted a few days there. The good thing though was that Rhyhorn evolved at level 42 into Rhydon. Ooh, we got ourselves Rhydon, let's go! My boy learned Hammer Arm, which is a great move. We can also give him the Protector. Thankfully, I have a couple of link cables that I found in chests and structures. So if I were to right click on you, you can evolve again. And you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I've been waiting for this moment. Ooh, Rhyperior, my boy. Look at that wrecking tail. This thing has a signature move called Rock Wrecker. It's the only Pokemon that can learn that move. No, I actually think Crustle can learn it, can it? Okay. It was time I got started on summoning Zapdos, so I crafted up the Urn of Storms and now had to defeat 50 electric types. Oh, there's a Dedenne right up in the forest over here. This could be our first electric type kill. Yeah, electric types are gonna be so much harder to come by. There we go, 1 out of 50. I have a feeling this is gonna take a couple of days.
Look at my man's doing the freaking trick of the century.
Some of the common electric types spawning around my base were Mareep and Electrike, but I was taking every opportunity I could. Whether it was Pichu, Plusle, Minun, Flaffy, Yamper, you know it.
Guys, how has this happened? We got a Tornadus. I guess I got a couple of different legendary mods, so this is the one that just randomly spawns around. I mean, I'm not too interested in catching it because it's a completely different gen. I mean, this thing is level 55, which is higher than Moltres and Zapdos, so that's something in itself. I mean, I'm interested in the ability capsule. I'll take that over the other stuff. Boom. Okay, that's a one and done deal. Need to level him up again, so let's get the Registeel Temple map, even though I don't really need it. Okay, so you've leveled up. You sell new things now. Lugia Temple map and Bell Tower map.
It leads to the Bell Tower in the Birch Forest, and it leads to an underwater temple where Lugia rests. Okay, so these are the two exact maps I needed. Once I defeated 50 electric types, I started framing up the shrine for Zapdos. Using some gold and glowstone, I was able to make something resembling lightning, and I finished it off with a couple lightning rods.
I wonder if you can throw dye on it to make it even colored. If I were to convert it to yellow dye and splash it on that, does something happen? Ooh, that looks beautiful. Yes. Ooh, grace me with the hot and spicy chicken wing. Yes, that looks so much more flavorful. There we go. Strike thy Thunderbird from the storm above. Let's freaking go. We got ourselves Zapdos and we got the Zapstone. Ooh, yes. Let's just keep going for Sand Attack. We need to stall out the Roost. That's kind of the issue right now. Otherwise, I'm never going to be able to weaken it with Fault Swipe. Does Gigaton Hammer kill? I don't want to risk it, man. Don't want to risk it. I don't think it does. Let's go for one Gigaton Hammer. Oh, that does about 50%. Zapdos uses Roost.
It does hit the Drill Peck, but because I used Baby Doll Eyes a couple times, it doesn't really do too much damage.
Oh, 24 turns have gone by. I just got to be careful about the PP because I can't afford to let it struggle. I mean, let's just go for Dream Ball. It's asleep. Once we run out of sleep pad or something, then we can switch to timer balls. Please. Yes! It has not been an issue at all catching the legendary birds so far because we have been so prepared. And that is the second one done. Zapdos is now ours, and we also got the Zapstone, which we can throw down onto the pedestal right now. Electric flying type. What all do you learn? You learn Roost, Drill Peck, just Thunder Shock. That's pretty pathetic. I didn't even use Rhyperior. What was the point?
Zapdos was definitely my fastest ride Pokemon, so that was awesome to see. With only one of the legendary birds left, I headed back into the nether to grab the last piece of ancient debris I needed to craft the urn. The only other item I was missing was an ice stone, which of course only spawns in cold biomes. The problem was that I hadn't really seen any other than a small icy peaks up north, so that was gonna be my best bet. One thing that really annoyed me was just how many emeralds I needed for these trades. I really didn't want to resort to this, but I started chopping down wood simply to trade sticks with a Fletcher. It was definitely the easiest but most boring thing I could do, and it wastes in-game days and doesn't make for great content, so sorry about that. And unfortunately, I do have to do it a few more times throughout the video. Any relic towers along the way? We can get some relic coins. Oh my god! I just caught a glimpse of it, and I completely forgot that I need to catch Celebi, but we found the ancient Ilex Shrine. Seems to be awaiting a special Pokeball, so I gotta get a GS ball. This place is just sitting in the middle of nowhere, so we just need 4 yellow apricorns and a netherite scrap, which I have. So I've marked the waypoint, so whenever we want to come back and try and catch Celebi, we can definitely do that. See, this is the Burn Tower. Ooh, there's a gimme gold chest at the top. Let's check that out. Barely anything, dude. We got the lucky egg. Let's freaking go. Lucky egg at the Burn Tower. That is something, all right. Okay. On my way to the Frozen Peaks, I made my way underground as I had the sudden realization that I was playing with the Mega Showdown mod that allows us to Mega Evolve our Pokemon. Well, we finally found a Noibat, but it's kinda useless at this point. Oh, we found a Zygarde cell. How rare even is this thing? Like, what? Oh, I can't even battle you because I guess I need to capture you in the, what is it called? The Zygarde cube? A couple of apricorns. I mean, it's not too hard, but we can save that for another video. So this is what we've been looking for. It's called like a Megaroid or something. But inside we should be able to find either a Keystone or a Mega Crystal. There it is. So if we break that, we should get the Keystone, which we did. So now how do you craft like the bracelet? I think it's the Mega Ring. Okay, it's not too bad. You just need a few gemstones, so we can do that in a bit. I'm not sure how big it is. Okay, it's pretty small, but I should still be able to find an ice stone or something around here. Ooh, we found Galarian Darumaka, which is the ice type version. This thing is such a beast because it gets the ability Gorilla Tactics, which is basically like an automatic choice band. I wasn't able to find the ice stone in that huge opening leading into the cave, but thankfully I found one closer to the surface, and with that we had everything we needed to get Articuno. Just want to have a look at the ice cream Pokemon. Vanillite! Yo, what's good, chief? I'm just seeing so many of these new Pokemon in Cobblemon, and it's just so cool to like see their like blocky versions. Once we were back home, I crafted the Urn of Frost and now had to defeat 50 ice type Pokemon. The thing is that I gotta keep all my Pokemon at like the same level, otherwise the trainers are just gonna get out of hand. Because I'm pretty sure they have like Pokemon that are the same level as my highest level Pokemon. Zapdos is finally learning an electric type move that's not Thunder Shock? Yes, please. Well, Gallade ended up learning a new move called Close Combat. As you guys know, that's like one of the most powerful fighting type moves ever. But with Gallade, it has the ability Sharpness, so Sacred Sword actually does more than Close Combat, which is kind of funny. Boys, look at what we found on the map. It's an Applin. That thing is so tiny. A part of me thinks that there's just like a Zygarde cell in there. I mean, they're both dragon types, right? So it's very possible. Okay, we found our rival once again, and we've got Dawn sending out Wormadam. Like, who in the right mind uses Wormadam? Come on. Come on, girl. I thought you were better than this. We do about half. This thing uses Earthquake? Since when does this thing get Earthquake? I mean, it has a couple different variants, right? So I think the sandy one can definitely use it, but how does the leafy one have it, man?
Now we got Infernape. Let's switch into Gyarados, because, you know, we can get a spicy Intimidate off. Yes, Flare Blitz. We are gonna tank. That actually does a lot more damage than I thought. Sheesh. Unless this thing has Thunder Punch, no, it uses close combat, lowers its defenses, now it's gonna die. Next up we got Tangrowth. I mean, I'm a flying type, but I don't got any flying type moves, so we are gonna go into Moltres. Oh my god, this thing used Sludge Bomb, and it nearly killed me. What? You're only 9 levels higher than me. Air Slash does a decent bit, and Sludge Bomb just kills me. Yeah, Moltres, you are a deaderino. Who can we send in? I think Zapdos? Okay, let's finish it off with Drill Peck. I mean, this thing is super defensive, so yeah, it actually takes the Drill Peck. This is a sham. This is such a sham. Okay, so we've taken down, what, 3 of her Pokemon now? What can I do against the Clefable? I mean, I can send in Venusaur, but, like, it doesn't have any Poison-type moves, besides, like, Poison Powder. Like, that's the only thing that it can learn, so we just gotta go for Bell Dance. Uses Minimize, which is so annoying. Wait, Clefable looks so weird. Like, when it's sleeping, it's... its legs kind of look so detached. Wait, I'm not even realizing what's happening. It used some kind of healing move. I think it used Moonlight, which is just not what I want to deal with, so let's just leave. We're not having much luck finding the Mega Crystal thing, and you know, this kind of terrain, not ideal to try and move around fast anyways. Yeah, so we found another one of those Megaroids, but we need to hope. We need to hope that this one has like the raw Mega Crystal. Come on, come on, come on. There should be like a little cavity inside. Yes, yes, we've got the crystal. Let's mine it up, and there we go. We got ourselves a shiny rock, the Mega Stone. Okay, so using this, we can make the different Charizardite, Galladite, whatever nonsense. So how do we actually make it? After that nice little discovery of the Mega Stone, I ended up finding a snowy plain south of my base, so the plan was to get the 50 Ice-type kills here and then move on to summoning Articuno. So this is when I took some time to find out the different crafting recipes for the Mega Stones. The Venusaurite required a Big Root and a Diamond, which is pretty easy to find in caves. Then the Galladite required a Focus Sash, which might be a little trickier, but it's pretty easy still. And finally, the Gyarados actually required a Dark Gem instead of the Diamond, which is the tricky part. Unfortunately, I don't think you can craft it, and you can only find it in certain structures, so I think that's going to be off the table. It's also Frostlass. This thing is level 65. Such a high level, dude. Is this useful against anything? So this is what's going on with this Frostlass, okay? It has the most annoying moveset ever. It has Snowscape, so it set up the snow, which not only boosts Ice types defenses, just like Rock types in the Sandstorm, but then it also set up an Aurora Veil, which increases both its defense and special defense. On top of that, it has the ability Ice Veil, which makes it so that it's harder to hit in the snow. So on top of missing every single move, it finally used Will-O-Wisp to cut my attack stats, so I was definitely not killing it with Gallade. Heat Wave, does this kill? I miss again. Brother from another mother, please just hit the loving goddamn piece of crap. Thank you. Yes, my urn is fully charged. We've done 50 out of 50 at this point. We got another Never Melt Ice, which doesn't matter. So you put your raw Mega Stone, a Diamond, 2 Iron Ingots, and the Focus Sash, and we've got ourselves a Galladite, which allows Gallade to Mega Evolve into Mega Gallade. Now we gotta make ourselves a Mega Bracelet, or some sort of crap. Let's make ourselves Archie's Anchors, boys, and Archie's Anchors has been acquired, so let's throw all this stuff in. Bouflon, buddy, you better be scared, because you're about to not see the light of day again, sir, because we are gonna Mega Evolve. And there it is! Oh my god! We got some Mega music playing in the background. Yo, look at that animation! That looks so good! Bouflon, you're dead! You're so dead! Let's give it a shot against a trainer who thinks he's full of himself. Level 68 Staraptor, you think I give a damn? You just gotta love that animation, dude. Staraptor used Plug, it does so much damage. Come on, Gallade, you gotta kill it in one hit. We got a critical hit, and you still don't kill it? It had a Focus Sash. Am I faster now? I'm still not faster? Gallade dies? What was the point of the Mega Evolution? Seeing that my Gallade was still slower than Staraptor, I went around looking for Mint Seeds to change the natures of my Pokemon by giving a boost in attack and speed for those that needed it. Boom! Let's go! Killed Icicle Man! Yes! We finally outspeed! Arctovish, you ain't gonna stand a chance. You ain't gonna stand. It's Choice Scarf. What was the point? If Gallade's just gonna die every freaking first turn, what's the freaking point? Glalie? Bro, my Pokemon died. Glalie's Mega Evolving now? Price isn't holding back. Once he saw my Mega Evolution, people were just like, no, we ain't gonna stand for this. We're gonna Mega Evolve ourselves. Look at that freaking jaw. It's busted. It's busted wide open. I'm probably gonna die to like Stone Edge or something, but doesn't matter. Oh, we died to Double Edge. What is it? What is the ability even called? Glaciate. Waterfall. Yeah, it just, oh, it has Ice Shard. Never mind. Doesn't even matter. Nope, Double Edge just killed me. Okay, that's a GG, Price. Because I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for your buns or that jaw. What that mount do, I saw what it do. Now don't talk to me again.
Later that night, I started building the shrine for Articuno using some snow, diamond, and lapis blocks, and then connected everything together using a path made of smooth stone, because I want to make my base look nice for once, you know? I've never really focused on that before, but yeah, by the next day, we were ready to summon the last of the legendary trio.
Let's grab it again, and boom! Articuno spawn. Let's get in battle right away. Why have I started off with Crocodile? Probably nobody knows. Second is Freeze Dry, which could do some decent damage against me, but we're just gonna keep lowering its accuracy. Freeze Dry, that ain't no problem for me. We're just gonna Fault Swipe it up, and Articuno has been put to sleep. And hopefully, you know, maybe we can make it 3 and 3. First, all 3 legendaries in the first ball itself, and nope, it just happened to reject me on my face, so that is clearly not happening. Ooh, it got the Ancient Power Boost. No. Oh my god, Articuno, what you doing? What you doing? Maybe I gotta shoot it into your butt, and then you'll be pleased with my training methods. Did I tell you or what?
Now that I had all 3 of the elemental birds, we could move on to the next stage by talking to the entrepreneur and getting the map for the Lugia temple.
And obviously we are gonna activate it immediately. We're gonna get a map, found Lugia temple at 18,000 blocks away. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that thing is so far away. Gardevoir. No, I can't fight my own brethren. What? The random breeders using Mega Evolution 2? This is nuts. This is nuts. I was not expecting this, and it's so tanky. What the H? Gallade, you're so pathetic. Yeah, we just gotta forfeit. If every trainer's gonna be doing this, this is insane. I don't think I stand a chance. Candace goes for the Mega Evolution 2, and she's got a Mega Abomasnow. Just about survives, even though I got a critical hit, and it set up the Aurora Veil. So now I stand no chance. So isn't that just great?
I had just started making my way to the Lugia temple when all of a sudden my map decided to stop working halfway through, so I had to head back home and cheat one in, cause honestly, that's not my fault that it broke, right? For the majority of the journey over to the Lugia temple, I traveled on foot so that I can train my Pokemon along the way, cause I didn't really know what level Lugia would spawn at.
Ooh, look at that. There's like some weird icicle sphere over there. I don't know if that's natural. I don't even know what it would be related to. But you know, let's go check it out. Maybe it's something about Regice?
Well, this is starting to seem more like Regice's cave the more I walk inside. We got a ton of ice stones in the area. A lot of icy pillars. Funnily enough, Galarian Darumaka evolves with an ice stone, which I realized by morning. So I quickly went back and got an ice stone from the cave and decided to evolve him, because, you know, why not? What is going on with your forehead, dude? Jesus Christ. And yeah, look at that. Guerrilla Tactics. That's insane. That they actually made an ability like that. Icicle Crash. What else do we got? We got Blizzard, Ice Fang. Nothing great in terms of moveset, so that's probably what's holding it back a bit. The thing about Avalugg is that it has an incredibly high defense stat, but at the same time has like the worst defensive typing, which is Ice, which doesn't resist anything besides Ice itself. Is that right, actually? I guess it is. Damn, that's actually so bad. Along the way, I was still looking for a solid 6th Pokemon for my team and ran into some cool ones like Riolu and Paradox Delibird. I mean, I caught them, but they weren't quite exciting me the way this Pokemon did.
Oh, Hisuian Zorua. Yes, that is the Pokemon I want to add to my team. Look at this bad girl. Let's go for that juicy Dream Ball. It's only level 27, which means it's going to take a while to level up, but that's absolutely fine by me. It has the ability Illusion, which comes out disguised as the Pokemon in the party's last slot. First, let's give you the item, then you can sit on my shoulder, and look at that, we got ourselves a Hisuian Zorua. It is absolutely chillin'. So now, let's grab our boat. Azelf, what the? We're just getting some random legendary spawns, which make absolutely no sense, but I will take it because it's free experience. Please don't use Psychic. Oh, it used Psychic. I'm dead.
One of the funniest things to me was when I just started tree parkouring with Venusaur, which was just a sight to behold. And that was right before I stumbled upon one of those huge mansions in Minecraft.
Crocodile, can you take care of the dude? A crocodile's dying. Okay, I mean, he dealt with some of them. What the hell are these things? What all crazy mobs are there in Minecraft, man?
This was when I finally decided to get on Zapdos and zoom straight on over to the temple. Guys, we finally made it. Like, the map has started to fill out too. And yes, there it is. Let's go, baby, Lugia Temple time. So after getting to the temple, I set a waypoint and killed myself so that I can go back home and collect the 3 items I needed, which were the Molten Stone, Zap Stone, and Arctic Stone. Yeah, this is the only side that I can see an actual entrance from, but it's blocked off. I mean, we found one of those pedestals, but soggy scripture. Okay, let me take this and go up and read it, because this might have some important information. One who desires to open this door shall present a stone reminiscent of Lugia, guardian of the sea. Only then you will be granted access to the Forgotten Temple. Do I need to like combine these stones? Yes, okay, we got the Vortex Stone. Let's place the Vortex Stone on the pedestal and it actually opens up. Holy crap, this is so cool. Now what's going on in here? We got like relic coins and stuff. These pillars. There were so many useful items on the bottom floor, like the relic coins, the water stone, anything I could use I just took back with me. In fact, all the blocks in this area were just so like aesthetic to me that I just decided to mine everything I could. All the lighting, all the pillars, just so that I can take it back with me to my base, and if I wanted to, I could make something cool with them. On the upper floor, we found a couple more items like the Primarinium Z or whatever it's called. But inside a chest, we found a turtle shell and a tattered diary. Day 2. I stumbled upon this temple yesterday when seeking refuge from a rampaging Gyarados. My shiny Squirtle didn't stand a chance. After exploring a little more, I found that this is some sort of elaborate water maze. Found a large gate that seems to require a key. We'll keep looking. And then it skips to day 5. My food supplies have run dry. I don't think this temple has any. If I'm to get out of this alive, it needs to be soon. This is my final entry. I've eaten my last food supplies, including my beloved shiny Squirtle.
Ooh, pots. Why are there like hidden like doors and stuff? What does that have? Relic coin pouches? Wait, we found the key. Wait. Was I meant to find this at some other point or something? Like, did I just cheat? Was this the end? To the maze? Oh my god, this was the end to the maze. But where does the maze begin? Over here? Oh, it begins here. I see. Okay, so I guess I was meant to put on the turtle shell and then head downwards and then start swimming around looking for the gosh dang key. Ooh, we found another Lugia key. Okay. Oh, am I meant to use the key in the block? A passage has been opened at the beginning of the maze? Okay, the path has opened up, so let's head up top. And this does look like the final room where I would fight Lugia.
Well, apparently I had to come back with a Vortex Stone because I was not smart enough to do that in the first place, but there we go, we got ourselves Lugia, and that thing is massive. Holy shit! Okay, a strong wind surrounds Lugia. Let's send in Crocodile, we don't want to mess this thing up. I'm just gonna keep lowering its accuracy with Sand Attack. What does it use so far? Aeroblast and Calm Mind. That's a pretty good moveset. Oh man, this thing's using Recover, so it's gonna be just as annoying as the legendary birds. So let's hit that Mega button. Hopefully, we can get that power boost that we need, get a Swords Dance up to increase our attack stat, and then just take it down to 1 HP in just one blow. Man, this thing has set up so many Calm Minds. If it hits one Aeroblast, like, Gallade's dead. And it missed, okay. We live to see another day. Let's go for that Hypnosis. This should be the final nail in the coffin for Lugia. We have so many Pokeballs, like, I am so well prepared that it's not even mattered so far. I feel like this is gonna take quite a while, unless it's not like Articuno and just gives in immediately, which it does, so there we go. We have been so on point with our preparation that every legendary is just stuck. But guys, we've done it. We got ourselves Lugia, one of the main legendaries of this challenge. Let's see if it actually has any flying animation. Come on, Lugia. Ooh, yes, it actually does fly. Oh my god, that looks so beautiful. I mean, it kind of looks like a baby Lugia right now, but I don't mind, okay? With Lugia and the elemental birds on my side, we finally had one set of the legendary Pokemon. That just leaves the legendary beasts, Ho-Oh and Celebi. With less than half the days left, we had to get moving. But after all the training and building up the perfect team, I don't think it'll be long before we catch them too. I tried making a bunch of pasture blocks to keep the legendaries roaming around my base, since not all of them were gonna be on my team. But I ran into a problem where they wouldn't actually stay inside the pasture, which kinda messed things up for me and my base design, so, you know, that was kinda sad. I then changed the settings so that I could now fly on Lugia, which is so huge that I can't even get a nice angle on it, but it looks pretty sick from behind. And I also used up the last of my emeralds to trade with the entrepreneur. Okay, so if we do this last trade, he should level up, and hopefully he sells us the Poketreat box, or something like that. Kyurem Cave map, and the Rusted Shield. So we didn't get what we wanted, so we're gonna have to get a completely new entrepreneur from ground up, which is so annoying. In order to summon Raikou, Suicune, and Entei, I had to unlock an item from the entrepreneur called a Poketreat box. Combining that with a bunch of specific berries gives me the item to summon the 3 legendary beasts. The next step was getting a new villager to take the job and hopefully sell me the Poketreat box after a few trades, but the problem is that it's completely random, so in the meantime, let's see if we get any leftovers from these apples. Yes, we actually got one! We actually got one, let's go, okay. But yeah, I think at the moment we just go back. Ooh, Leavanny. First time I'm seeing you. First time I'm seeing you. Let's test out our new Zora. Never mind, I sent out. Oh, Zora's illusioned as Gyarados, which is why I got confused. Very underrated Pokemon in my opinion. The model looks fantastic. It's a bug grass type. It's, you know, the lore is like it's a nanny who stitches up webs and like clothing for Swaddle and stuff, which is very cute. I'm probably slower here, so we're probably gonna die. Yep, well, that was short-lived. She sent out Typhlosion. Is this thing gonna be faster than me? I guess so? Yeah, it just killed me with Eruption, which is not cool. Okay, Krookodile does have the Choice Scarf, so we should be able to kill it. Never mind, she's rocking the Choice Scarf too, that means. Well, I gotta forfeit because I can't really do anything. Dawn wins again. Jesus Christ. One of the trades gave me a Dynatree map, which I thought had something to do with being able to Dynamax my Pokemon, so obviously I went to check it out. But apparently it was to get the Galarian legendary birds, so that kind of wasted my time. Trade for the Regice Temple map. Please level up and sell me the Poketreat box. Dreamcatcher, that's for Darkrai. Oh man, dude. And Drago Aleki Temple map. Guys, this is a waste of time. After a point, I got so tired that I quite literally cheated to get the exact villager I needed, because I had no indication of whether they would actually sell it or if my game was broken in the first place, so you can call me a cheater, but I did not want to keep wasting my time getting emeralds only for them to be useless. We finally gotten a stupid villager that sells the Poketreat box, and it's only the 4th one, so I went through all that extra effort to find for nothing, to be honest, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, now I need 59 emeralds, 64 relic coins, which was what we were after. So now I don't feel like it's that big of an issue. I hear a shiny Pokemon. It is shiny Bouffalant. We already got shiny Bouffalant in the shiny video, so I don't really care about catching it. So who wants to do the honors?
That is what you deserve after what you did to my Carvana. So we killed our second shiny Pokemon of the video. Isn't that just great? I mean, that shinies are not the name of the game in this one, okay? So just deal with it. Just deal with it. We need the emeralds. Grab the relic coins. So now with the emeralds and the relic coins, we can get ourselves a Poke Treat box. And we've actually done it, man. We've gotten the thing.
The first legendary beast I wanted to catch was Suicune, and for that I needed 4 kinds of berries: Weepure, Pasho, Apricot, and Gonlon. I already had a Weepure as they're commonly dropped by Boufflant, and I also had a Pasho from killing a Rhyhorn earlier in the game. The remaining 2 berries were tough, as the only way to get them is by crossbreeding a bunch of others. Here's the breakdown on screen, but in simple terms, I need to find the Payapa, Yachi, Tanga, and Roselli, as the others are pretty easy to find, growing in different biomes. So after cleaning up my farmland and collecting as many bone blocks as I could in the nether, I went exploring and harvested as many naturally spawning berries as possible, knowing that even if they weren't going to be needed for Suicune, they may be needed for Entei and Raikou later.
I think these are Shuka berries. Yep, Shuka. Yes, I think those are Pecha berries. Please. They might not be actually, what am I saying? Oh yeah, yes, they're Pecha berries. We got another shiny. This time it's actually something new. And it's Poliwag. My boy Poliwag, you don't look different at all. What the hell's even changed with you? But you're definitely shiny, that much I know. Oh my god, what a waste. Discharge, kill it. Kill the thing.
Out of these 4 berries, I'd gotten Tanga from killing a Mabastiff, and I also had a Yachi, which I don't really know how I got, and I'm not gonna go through the entire footage just to find out. I looked up what Pokemon dropped the Payapa, and it was actually pretty easy. Ghastly are super common in the Soul Sand biome, and after a couple of kills, one of them dropped the berry. So using the Yachi and the Payapa, I crossbred to get the Apricot berry, which meant that I only needed the Ganlon. Unfortunately for that, I still needed to find a Roselli, which are not as easy to get, as the Pokemon that drop them are kind of uncommon. But my best bets were going to be defeating Scraggy and Nickit. The thing was that there were only so many days remaining, so I started looking for the berries that Entei needed too, which consist of Landsat, Lychee, Oka, and Raz. Out of these, I had the Raz, so the next one I was looking for was Oka. It's a berry that reduces the super effective damage dealt by fire-type moves, and so after looking at what Pokemon drops it, it made sense to go after Pineco, which are very common in taiga biomes. There are always a handful of them spawning around, so it was just a matter of time before one of them drops the berry.
Please. Nope. 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 No. Nope. Nope. No luck. We got the triple and still no Oka? Oh yes, it dropped it. It dropped it. Okay, let's go. We got ourselves an Oka berry.
Next up on the list was Landsat, which needs to be crossbred for, but what I really needed to find was the Chople and the Colbur. Luckily, most of these type berries can be found in the wild in specific regions, like how I was able to find the Chople growing in a mountainous region, while the Colbur was found in the Badlands.
Oh my god, look at the amount of effort I have to put in for some stupid berries. Oh yes, we got the Landsat berry. Okay, so that's 1/2 done.
So now we have everything but the Lychee berry.
Okay, there's a Scrafty on the map. We gotta kill that thing. Gotta take every opportunity we get. So this thing has like a 10% chance to drop the Roselli berry, I think. Nope, but there is also a Scraggy. Ooh, we got it! Like the 3rd Scraggy we killed, and we got the Roselli berry. Am I gonna get it? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, we got it. We got the Gonlon berry. Okay. We put the Poke Treat box. We Pasho on either side. Gonlon in the center and Apricot.
And there it is, boys. It's taken us so long, I tell you. But we've finally done it. We've gotten one of the legendary items, the Summon Suicune. Let's go. But in the item description, it does say Bell Tower, which is a bit confusing to me because I originally found the Burn Tower right around where I spawned, so I'm pretty sure that's where we're meant to go. Because in the lore, it's originally the Bell Tower that burns up and then becomes the Burn Tower, so that's what I'm assuming anyways. Yep, this is definitely Suicune's room. We got a little bit of like a river vibe going on here. Okay guys, this is where all our hard work pays off. So let's do it. And Suicune has been summoned. The waters surge. Suicune appears. Okay. Look at this thing. It looks so majestic. Wait. Why are you going into a wall, my guy? That is showing your IQ. And it is not looking very pretty right now. Okay, let's get this battle rolling. Let's start off by Mega Evolving and using Swords Dance. I mean, man, Suicune, you gotta love like the flowing ribbons, like the animation, the model looks fantastic. It goes for Ice Fang. And it freezes me too, what the hell? It's going for Calm Mind now. Okay, I think at least the birds, at least the beasts, they don't have like any recovery moves like Roost and stuff. So once I kill them, it's using Roar? What a piece of crap. Also, I just noticed that we got the blue feather, which is one of the 3 parts needed to craft the rainbow feather so that we can summon Ho-Oh at the bell tower. I think it's been more than 10 turns, so we can use some timer balls. Get some variety in there. That's 1, 2, 3. No, okay. Suicune's only like the 2nd legendary to reject me on the 1st turn. Okay, Suicune apparently doesn't like me very much. And that is that, folks. We've gotten ourselves Suicune, another legendary added to the list, so that only leaves 4 remaining. I would love to add this thing on my team over Gyarados, but in terms of moves, it's only got like Bubble Beam and Aurora Beam, which are not the most powerful. Like, it's base 70, I think, and then Extreme Speed is physical, so yeah, doesn't have great stats either, so maybe not for me. This was when I took some time for myself to just make my base look better by making a fancy little storage area. I had this mod that added all these different designs to the same block, so I wanted to make use of that. Ooh, these look like traditional Japanese lanterns. I think this should be enough in terms of lighting. This pink color kind of looks a little stupid, but I kind of like it at the same time. I don't really know what to say. And I guess we're gonna go with it, especially that it looks like a looks like a little cupcake in the center. So I rearranged all my stuff, made a few changes to the 3 shrines, and then focused once again on Entei and Raikou. Oh god, we found Breeder Annie again. This is the guy with the Mega Gardevoir, so can I actually stand a chance this time? Okay, Sunlight is still strong, so I'm not too excited by that. He's going for another nasty plot, although the rain does come in. I don't really think it affects the battle, unfortunately. So Gyarados is gonna have to hit super hard. Never mind, he switches out. Don't know why. But we take those, because we basically got a free Dragon Dance. It used Toxic? No! This thing is the epitome of stall. Oh my god. Moonblast, it's gonna hit hard. And I'm slowly gonna die to Toxic. Clefable, this thing takes attacks for no problem because it has the ability Unaware. So I'm dead. Well, Gyarados took out 2 Pokemon, basically. For Clefable, we can hit with Crocodile Earthquake. Just something with a ridiculous attack stat is the thing with the chicken wing. Let's go for Psycho Cut. It survived on 2%? Gosh dang it, dude! Zorua, I choose you. Shadow Ball. Clefable is faster than... This went to shit so quickly, and I'm not enjoying it. The next berry that I needed was Rindo, which is commonly dropped by Geodude as it reduces the super effective damage done by grass type moves. So I spent quite a bit of time in the caves looking for them. I ended up finding an Axew, which I wanted earlier, but it's too late for that, and a couple of minutes later I found another Mega Site and extracted the raw Mega Stone from there. Does Geodude not spawn here? Never mind, okay. So this thing should have like a 2.5% chance at dropping the Rindo berry. Gotta kill around 40 of them on average, I think. Bruh, that was our 2nd kill, straight up. And I don't know why, but I just keep getting it on the 2nd try. But there we go, we got the berry, so we have everything we need to get Entei or Raikou, I don't even know. Since I could now make another Megastone, I decided to go with the Venusaurite, and for that I needed to find a big root, which are commonly found at the top of caves. See, there we go, found some already. And we got the big root, okay. And now is the time where you witness the fitness. That is Venusaur, come on Thickums. Mega Evolve, get that big booty. Unlocked and loaded.
Look at that huge palm tree, dude. Petal Dance kills the Minior. Dead. The only thing I don't like about this guy is that the palm tree is so stiff. It's just kind of weird. Can I ride on you? I can't ride on you now? F sakes, dude. So first up, we got Persim and Chesto. Do this. We get ourselves the Wiki Berry. So Wiki in combination with the Bluck. Okay, there we go. We got the Cornberry, which sounds so stupid, but it is what it is. So the Corn plus Rindo, which we got from Geodude. And there we go. We got ourselves a Kelpsie Berry. So Palm Tree you get with Corn and Pasho, which we also have. Oh wait, we got it. Never mind. We got the Palm Tree Berry. Palm Tree, Kelpsie, go. And there we go. The first one itself is what we needed, which is a Lychee Berry. Mr. Lychee. I seriously hope I could somehow cut that footage up so that I could show you guys what I'm going through to get these stupid berries. But yeah, we got the Entei treat box, so it's again time. And here we are. We've arrived at Entei's little shrine at the Burn Tower. I think for this one, I can actually use Mega Venusaur because it gets the ability Thick Fat, which actually halves the damage done from super effective fire type moves. So if Entei was going to try and kill me, it would be much harder now, and I can actually use Sleep Powder. Entei, get ready, for I am to summon you, as you shall quickly join my team, because I haven't used a fire type yet. I kind of just realized that, and I think you're going to be a solid bet. Let's go ahead and start things off with Gyarados, get a little Intimidate action, lower its attack stat. So one thing I want to know from you guys is that if catching is too easy when I'm doing these legendary challenges, do you think I should ban using False Swipe and Sleep Powder from next time and just make it so much harder for myself? I mean, that could be fun in its own way, but I also may fail a lot of legendary catches like that, so you can let me know in the comments. We also did get the red feather, so now we have the blue and the red feather. All we need is the yellow feather from Raikou. And that is another legendary down. So how many do we have left? We have Raikou, Celebi, and Ho-Oh. Okay, I think we've gotten enough wood, potentially. So, oh my god, we found another shiny. You want to tussle, boy? You want to tussle? I already got shiny Murkrow. I'm done with you. Chafe. Chafe. Don't you dare kill my ass. For Raikou, the last berry that I had to crossbreed for was the Pitaya, which luckily I already had all the other berries I needed. By the next day, I'd collected enough emeralds to grab the final Poketreat box required to summon Raikou. But before doing that, I decided to train up Entei, since I wanted at least one of the beasts on my team, and with moves like Sacred Fire and Extreme Speed, it had the best moveset. What the hell? This thing's using a Z move? Excuse me? That just one-shot freaking Zapdos. What do I do? See, right now I've sent out Zorua, which is a normal ghost type. It's illusioned as Gallade. So will it use a ghost type move or will it go for Play Rough and kill me? I don't know. Because if it uses a ghost type move, I'm immune to it because of my normal typing. So I think it's a good idea to go for Foul Play here, and it doesn't even matter because it just used Play Rough. You know, I thought I was being smart, but in the end, youngster Joey just had to be a bummer. After seeing the trainer launch his Z move at me, I was curious if I could make my own. I didn't really know how Z moves or Dynamax worked, but I did find the recipe for the Terra Orb, which allows my Pokemon to terrestrialize into different types. The Terra Orb seemed really interesting, and I wanted to give it a try, so I went looking for an Ender Pearl at night, but after taking down a few Psychic types, I didn't have any luck. By the next night though, an Abra finally dropped one, and I was able to craft the orb, even though I had no idea how it actually worked. Okay, this is a bit confusing, but from what I've understood, the typing next to the Pokemon's model, like Zorua is electric, Entei is fire, Venusaur is grass, Crocodile is ground, and Gallade is psychic. I mean, everybody pretty much has like the same Terra type as their normal types, except for Zorua, who's electric, but it might be a bit confusing because it has illusion. Okay, let's test it by putting Entei in the back, and then sending out Zorua. So what I'm hoping is that, you know, Swanna uses like a flying or water type move and we can see like that the move is not very effective or something. But there we go, we get like a little bit of a yellow glow and activating the terrestrialization. Unfortunately, I don't have an electric type move to actually see the damage output. Swanna's using Air Slash, okay.
And it says it's not very effective. Let's go, it actually works, even though none of my Pokemon can really take advantage of it. There's the freaking weirdo. Apparently in the anime, this thing kidnaps children. How dare you, using your stupid pendulum? Is that hypnotizing you kids? Well, fear not, cause I'll just cut the video. Sylveon spawned? What? I've seen this is like my second evolution that I've seen. I think I saw Leafeon at some point, and now we found Sylveon. Wait, boys, we've found one of the chosen monkeys. One of the chosen monkeys of the new civilization of Pokemon. That's right, a new, brand new, modern tech breed of species of Pokemon is coming in front of us. And that is Simisage. Look at that boy. I mean, technically he's the best of the three, because he has a bit of a rock star look to it, but that doesn't make it any better, okay? It doesn't make you any better, sir. Are you gonna die? Please die. Seriously? No death? You survived the hit? How the hell did you survive? To a freaking Entei. Guys, can you believe that our believer has appeared? Haha, what a good joke, boys. I know, I'm making it to the top of the ladder. With a decent amount of training done, it was time to head to the Burnt Tower and summon our final legendary beast. As you know, we are sitting in Raikou's chamber, so let's just get this done with, okay? We just need to move on to the other stuff, the good stuff. Oh, this guy's actually battling me. Wait, I don't want to die. Chill! Jesus, okay, Raikou's the first and only legendary that's spawned that's actually tried freaking killing me. What a great deal. Buy one, get one free. Summon a Raikou, get an ass beating for free. Isn't that right? Oh yeah, we got a crit capture. So now that we've caught Raikou, we also got the yellow feathers, so we gotta combine all these three together. So let's put 1, 2, and 3. And there we go, we get the rainbow feather, a special feather that is said to bring eternal happiness to anyone who possesses it. Can be used to summon Ho-Oh. And while we're doing this, we might as well get the stuff to summon Celebi. There we go, we've gotten the GS ball, which summons Celebi when used on an Ilex shrine. So now we have both of the remaining artifacts. I think it's been far too long since we even tried evolving Zorua. This man's level 73, he's just been a baby his whole life. Come on, you need to grow up, son. We want to see that long, wavy-haired action, snaction, okay? Boom, we got ourselves a Suicune Zoruk. Look at those eyes, they're filled with passion. It just takes me back, man, to the day they revealed this thing. And the way they did it was like they had like a cameraman go into a blizzard storm, and it just like popped out and like killed him. I quickly crafted as many timer and dust balls as I could and dashed on over to the Ilex shrine. Let's quickly use the GS ball. I want to get things done quick, and that thing is so tiny. Celebi, what are you doing on the ground? I thought you need to be flying. The Ilex shrine crumbles as Celebi emerges from the flow of time. Okay, can you stop running, Chief? I need to catch you. Oh, it's a little pixie dust. Oh yes, oh, it's chasing me. It's chasing me. Come on, let's get in battle. Oh, I gotta be careful not to kill it. Now the issue with Celebi is that I can't use Sleep Powder on it, right? So I guess the only way I can like status it is with Thunder Wave on Zapdos. So I guess that's there. Oh wait, but my stupid ass forgot to bring Zapdos. I replaced everybody with Raikou and Suicune. So this is just really stupid on my part. Now I gotta catch this thing without status. This might be a whole different ball game. Okay, let's switch into Suicune. Oh, this thing is using Life Dew. So now it has more HP. So I might just be able to go into Raikou and use Thunder Shock without killing it. Thunder Shock is such a weak move. Come on, this thing isn't gonna kill, right? Even though it's a Raikou. Because this thing has such good special defense, yeah. So what I'm gonna try and do is weaken it, but at the same time try and get that 10% chance paralysis from Thunder Shock. Aw, it's using Magical Leaf. It's gonna kill my Raikou before I can even try and get a paralysis. Yeah, it's using Life Dew. I have one more turn. Thunder Shock, come on, come on, come on. No, dude, it just killed me with Magical Leaf. Oh, Celebi. 2, 3, and that is it. Let's go. One more legendary remaining. It's a psychic grass type, and its moveset has anything but. It's Confusion, Ancient Power, Life Dew and Magical Leaf, I think that'll do. But it's not like I have a chance to use it anyways, so... Okay, so we got Zapdos, which we're gonna fly on. We have to grab our Bell Tower map. How far is it? This is actually a good question. The Bell Tower map is 23,000 blocks away! Are you kidding me? Zapdos, we're gonna have to do a lot of flying, boy. A lot of flying. Like, dang, I did not know it would be this far away. I did not know, buddy. I'm sorry. What can I say? So yeah, we made it about halfway there, I reckon. Okay, so let's just do a quick structure. Legendary Structures Bell Tower. 8,094 blocks away, so we've literally done 2/3 of the way, which is great news. Come on, dude, this should be the final stretch. I'm saying this for like the 10th time. Just feels like I'm getting so close, like I'm traveling so far, but 8,000 blocks is still 8,000 blocks, you know what I mean? Is this map trolling me? What? How's it giving me 2 different bell towers? What the hell is going on? There are 2 of them in 2 different locations. Boys, it's gonna take me another day. I'll see you there. Cut the friggin' footage, dude. Yes, the map is starting to fill out so that we're so close. Oh my god. I did not expect it to just spawn in like that. What the hell? Oh my god, we've gotten Bell Tower right in front of our eyes. Jesus, I guess I could just like fly to the very top, but that would be quite criminal on my part. Ooh, very beautiful theme, I must say. We got these statues. Do I have to click any buttons on them? Okay, we're gonna have to climb up the ladder, see where this thing goes. Okay, I guess we have to do some parkour now, because that's pretty much what it's looking like. Oh, this is a quad jump. You're expecting me to do a quad jump? How about no? Okay. I mean, it's a long way down. I don't want to die. That's the issue. What's going on here? Ooh, we got a flame plate. A tablet that raises the power of fire type moves. When held by Arceus, it changes to the fire type. I guess that's for another day. What is this Burmy doing? Stop it. Get off. Get off. Get off. Yeah, there's not much happening on this side, so let's just go up. And yeah, I think we've actually reached the summit of Bell Tower. And there it is, the pedestal to summon Ho-Oh. Okay, it is time for us to summon Ho-Oh. Are you ready, boys? Ready, boys and girls? Let's friggity go. Boom! We got us. Woo! There is no shot. There is no shot. I hit it. I pressed the battle on my end, and it didn't work. It didn't activate. I just got freaking slaughtered. What was the point? What was the point? I made all that way there. Are you telling me? Let's say I do teleport. Ho-Oh is here. Okay, guys, I think it should be allowed. That Ho-Oh shouldn't be killing me, right? Let's get a freebie pass on that one, okay? If you want to say that we failed, okay? Don't mind if I do, but after this, I'm ending the video anyways. You can call it a fail on my part, fail on your part, 100%. Okay, so we got Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh killed me. For what reason, ain't nobody know. But what we're gonna do is start false swiping to begin with. What moves do you have, buddy? What moves do you have? You have Calm Mind. It's going for the stat boosts right away, which I'm not thrilled by. So I think we should go into Entei. We might just be able to resist its fire type moves. And, ooh, it has extra sensory. That's going to deal a bit of damage, okay. I don't like the fact that this guy is super stiff, but it is what it is. It has Sacred Fire too, okay. It got the burn on Crocodile. That might just allow me to click Foul Play. Oh wait, did this thing use Roost? It used Recover, okay. So this thing has Recover, so it's going to be quite annoying to deal with. We got a Crunch Off. It's using extra sensory. I don't want to get a critical hit. That's one thing that I got to be very careful of. Even if it is on 7%. Just make sure it is asleep. It's funny how when I put it asleep, that's when it actually starts flying. What the hell?
Okay, we're gonna go for one more false swipe. We got a critical hit, but thankfully it only does damage to 1 HP. Now let's grab our Dream Balls, our Dusk Balls, and our Timer Balls. That's pretty much what we got to deal with. We have a couple balls. Let's make it work, man. Let's make it work. 1. Nope. Definitely rejected by Ho-Oh. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, Ho-Oh is not very interested in me. I mean, it has been more than like 20 turns. So we can definitely go for the Timer Ball. 1, 2, 3. Boom. There we go. Easy as that. And with that, we have gotten every single legendary Pokemon that we have set out on this journey for, which is great. So yeah, guys, that's about it. If you have any ideas for future videos, let me know down in the comments. You know, leave a like, subscribe, all that usual nonsense. I just hope you enjoyed the video. But anyways, take care and see you on the next one.